Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
From an early age, our citizens will be able to observe the benefits of free markets in real time, and it's all thanks to President Trump. Trump accounts are a generational down payment on the American dream. They are the culmination of more than 2 centuries of capitalism and financial markets changing the world, and they are the key to unlocking the next 250 years of our national prosperity. By giving each newborn citizen a material stake in the American dream through Trump accounts, President Trump is minting future investors on every rung of the economic ladder. He is embedding, there's an investor. He is embedding financial literacy in the next generation, and he is creating an ownership economy to help secure the American experiment for the next century, the next 250 years.
The Treasury will deposit $1,000 into investment accounts for all children born between 2025 and 2028. The initiative has drawn wide support so far. In December, billionaire investor Ray Dalio announced he would help fund Trump accounts for certain children in Connecticut. Michael and Susan Dell have contributed over $6 billion. Today, JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America announced they will match $1,000 contributions to Trump accounts for eligible children of employees. Companies like BlackRock, Charter Communications, Uber, Visa, and MasterCard have also pledged support. Besson said there will be additional contributions from private investors, which will be announced later today. Meanwhile, during the summit, President Trump noted that Visa will have a mechanism that allows cardholders to put their credit card rewards into Trump accounts. At Trump Account Summit, NTD's Washington correspondent Mario Otsu talked with Canadian investor and entrepreneur Kevin O'Leary on his opinion on the Trump accounts for kids. Take a look.
How do Trump accounts like low-cost index and their compound growth potential stack up as a kind of early investing vehicle for kids compared to maybe more traditional options that you've seen on Shark Tank or elsewhere?
What I love about this is it forces that individual to leave that money alone for 18 years, sequester it for the future, and enjoy the compound growth the market provides and has for 200 years. And so it's a way of supporting every family, not just the child, because many families are burdened by the cost of education of their children once they turn 18. Now you've got a nest egg growing here, and you can contribute to this thing every year, and others like your employer can too. What I love about this is if you're the employer, you don't just invest in the employee, invest in their family. It's a great idea. It's bipartisan. It's just plain good all around.
And so you have praised private matching, like with the Dells, and how can more CEOs and more corporations turn them Trump accounts into maybe a scalable business or an employee tool for retention and financial literacy more broadly?
Well, Dell's gone beyond the call of duty because he's providing it to every child that might have been born pre this period. And he's contributing over $6 billion. He's sort of leading the way corporately as an example, and I think it's fantastic what he's done. I really think that this is how a country heals itself. When it's broken and when Social Security is being questioned and the future of it being questioned, this is a pivot towards a different way of solving the problem, which makes so much sense. Most people understand the merit of this, even if they don't understand the inner workings of the market. You don't need to understand the inner workings. You just know that it's working for you. And that's 110 million people that don't have any plan for their future in America.
What do you think is the relationship right now between hope and kind of a sense of future that maybe young people are missing?
I think people are concerned because there's so much change around the world. That's always been the case. The key to this is to create an anchor, a base, something that you know is yours as you're growing. And I think it's great for financial literacy because kids are going to start checking the value of their account on their phone as soon as they hit 11 or 12 years old. And that helps them understand, wow, this is my money, and one day I can use this to start my own family. There's nothing wrong with this idea. I can't find a single problem with it.
So what do you say, lastly, to those critics? How do you counter claims that the Trump accounts privatize Social Security to widen inequality?
I wish we could privatize Social Security. I wish we would take it off the back of the government and put some of it onto the individual, and that's exactly what's happening here.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Thanks.
President Trump wrapped up his remarks at the Treasury Department's summit launching the new Trump accounts. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is speaking now. Let's take a look.
President Trump recognized the shortcoming of this idea while also grasping its promise, so he set out to perfect it. Working with some of the most talented businessmen in the country, including Brad Gerstner and Michael Dell, he pioneered Trump accounts, investment accounts that newborn Americans can receive on day one. Trump accounts allow for private ownership, multiple funding pathways, and direct investment across a broad swath of the American economy. Where President Trump's predecessors created debt and dependency, President Trump always insists every day on creating assets and expanding ownership to the American people. This is a signature characteristic of his presidency. With Trump accounts, every American child born between January 1, 2025 and December 31, 2028 is eligible to receive a $1,000 seed contribution from the Treasury Department that will immediately be invested in an index fund. To claim this investment, most families need merely check a box on Form 4547, the most aptly named tax document of all time. We are just 3 days into the 2026 tax filing season, and already approximately 600,000 American families have elected to open a Trump account for their children. The compound growth from Treasury's initial seed funding alone stands to make young Americans wealthy. Assuming historical growth rates continue, a single $1,000 deposit into a Trump account at birth should grow to an estimated amount of at least $500,000 by the age of retirement. The $1,000 seed from Treasury is exclusive to newborns, but keep in mind that any American below the age of 18 is also eligible to receive a tax-advantaged Trump account to begin saving for the future. Philanthropists, family, friends, employers, and states can backfill Trump accounts for these children to help them build a strong financial foundation before graduating from high school. Our objective is to provide every American child with a Trump account, and the men and women in this audience will help make that possible. In addition to the $1,000 seed from Treasury, there are 3 other channels for funding Trump accounts. First, through the donations of parents, friends, and employers. Second, through the generous donations of wealthy Americans and philanthropic organizations. And third, through donations from state governments. President Trump wanted to make it especially easy for family, friends, and employers to give to Trump accounts, and he has succeeded in that goal. Donations to a Trump account will soon be the best gift a child could ever receive. Starting July 4th, our nation's 250th anniversary, family, friends, and employers will be able to contribute up to $5,000 to each Trump account each year. By contributing the maximum amount annually, the Council of Economic Advisors estimates that a child's Trump account could be worth more than $1 million at age 28 and tens of millions by the age of retirement. Donations from employers are essential to bringing the president's vision to life. Already, we have seen a large number of U.S. businesses across a wide range of industries step up to support Trump accounts. Companies like Charles Schwab, Uber, Charter Communications, Bank of New York Mellon, State Street, MasterCard, Visa, Block, Robinhood, SoFi, Chime, Russell Investments, and Dell Technologies have all announced they will match employee contributions to Trump accounts in a variety of forms that work best for the employees. And just today, Steak and Shake, Broadcom, Intel, IBM, JP Morgan, Chipotle, Coinbase, and Comcast all announced that they will offer matching contributions as well. The president foresees a day where matching contributions to Trump accounts will be as integral to an employee benefits package as a matching 401k. Through Trump accounts, our president is putting the American dream within the reach of every citizen, no matter the circumstances at birth. When young Americans turn 18, they can use their Trump accounts to keep saving for their retirement, or they can use them to help purchase a new home or further their education, two hallmarks of the American dream. The next means of
And you're
funding
watching now Secretary of the Treasury Scott Bessent speaking in Washington about the Trump account, saying that around 600,000 American families have already opted in for a Trump account, and according to his estimate, it's set to grow to $500,000 by retirement age, and he says it's the best gift for a child that he can receive. And joining us to discuss this further is Tim Dozier, Executive Director of Unleash Prosperity, and Michael Busler, Professor of Finance